Hello sweet friends, welcome back to another video. My name is Tawanda and this is Tawanda's Blessed Life, and on my channel I do decorating on a budget, DIYs, and hauls with a sprinkle of migraine enlightenment. And for today's video, we're going to be starting on our backyard transformation. And so for today, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start clearing up our backyard and getting everything out of the backyard that we don't need to have back there, just so that we can give it a clear slate, so that we can go ahead and start planning on doing the projects that we're going to be doing out there. I'm also going to give you a brief little haul of the things that I picked up from Lowe's and the things that we'll be using in our backyard. And then I'm also going to plant some of my plants that I got from Lowe's. And so I can't wait for y'all to see how everything is coming. And if you have any suggestions about any ideas of any things that you think that we could do back there, go ahead and put it in the comments. We welcome all suggestions because, you know, things are forever changing. And so yeah, so we're going to go ahead and jump into today's video. I hope you all enjoy. I hope you have a blessed day, and I will see you all on Sunday. Goodbye. So I'm taking a bit of a little break, drinking some water because it's extremely hot. We've been out here for about an hour and 15 minutes, and we took a little break, and then we worked a little bit for probably like maybe like 20 minutes, and it's getting really hot, so I'm going to drink some water. And then I just decided my husband is still getting up the pavers, and then I repotted. I took my raspberry bush out of the one pot because it was that plastic, and because of the heat here in Florida, it started to crack. So I just went ahead and moved it to another pot, which I'm going to have to get a larger pot to put it in. And then I took no, is that what I did? That's not what I did. I took the blueberry plant. I took the raspberry plant out of the pot that it was in, and then I have 2 blueberry bushes, so I went ahead and put the other one in the raspberry, the pot that the raspberry was in, so that the 2 blueberry bushes will match in pots. And then I took the raspberry bush and put it in a smaller pot, so I'll need to get a larger pot for that, because the one blueberry bush was in, it was in that plastic one, and it's been in that one for a couple of years now, and because of the heat here in Florida, it just has cracked it up. So I did get rid of a couple of the plastic pots. So, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to gradually start getting rid of the plastic pots and getting some of the more the ceramic pots or clay pots, only because I think that those will last longer. And I do have a couple, like there's one that I have out here that I've had for over 20 years. So, and I've just kind of, it's moved wherever I've moved, it's gone with me. And so I think that that's what I'm probably going to start doing, is just gradually taking the my plants out of the plastic pots and getting them into ceramic pots. And then that way I won't have to buy pots anymore. I can just kind of just use what I have. So, but I am going to drink my water, and then I'm going to show you all. I did go to like I said, I didn't say anything in the beginning of this video. So yesterday I went to Lowe's to go pick up my pavers, because we're going to put a tic-tac-toe game in our backyard area. Oops. You almost took me out.
I wouldn't sit in front of a door.
So I went to Lowe's Thursday and Friday. I had a pickup order for Thursday, and when I got there, my stuff wasn't ready, so I kind of just walked around the store. And while I was in there, I did go ahead and pick up some of the little dollar plants, and then I also picked up in their little clearance section where the plants are like halfway dead, but you can still bring them back to life, because I purchased some of those before and it worked out just fine for me. They had some knockout roses. They were $6 and some change, so almost $7, I believe. So I went ahead and picked up 2 of those, so I'm going to show you those. I'm going to get those repotted in those pots that I picked up from Marshall's that was in a haul a while back. And then I'll show you all the pavers that I picked up. I ordered 20 by 20 pavers. I had to pick them up Friday because they weren't ready for my pickup order on Thursday until I got home. And when I got home, then it said that they were ready. So originally I had ordered 9 of the gray 20 by 20 pavers. And when they brought them to my car, there were only 2 of them that was in good condition. Everything else had cracks and stuff all over them. And so we ended up having to go back into the store, and then we couldn't find, I only ended up with 4 of the gray pavers. I wanted to do 5 if I could, and then just do the regular concrete pavers, but I ended up having to get 5 of the concrete pavers. They were $1 more than the gray ones. And so that's what I'm going to be using for the tic-tac-toe game. And then I also picked up some of this lawn starter, because I am going to attempt to put some grass in our backyard. I already put some centipede grass back there, but it hasn't done anything. So I'm going to try this Argentine Baja grass. I'm going to try this and see, because it's supposed to be good for sandy soil. And then I am also going to put some ground cover down. So like I said, my husband is out there finishing up, or not finishing up, but he's still taking out the pavers, and then we need to move the 2 blueberry bushes, and then we'll get the rest of everything else up. But I'm going to show you my plants really quick, and I'm going to go ahead and repot some stuff while he's still getting the pavers up, and then I'll go back to helping him. And then I am going to end this video because it's extremely hot, and I think after we do this, I think we're going to be done for today. I do need to do, actually I need to do, I'm supposed to be doing I've done like, I don't know, I have all of my videos recorded for the month of May, but I wanted to do a Mother's Day gift idea DIY video for tomorrow, and I have all of the stuff out, but I just haven't had the time to get it done. So I think after we do this, I'm going to take a shower and then sit down for a little bit, eat something, and then I'm going to try and get those videos done so that I can put them out on Sunday, which that video will be out way before this video, but that is my plan. So let's just show you all really quickly what I have, and then I'll get back out to the backyard so that we can get all this stuff moved and get it finished, so that next week we can kind of focus on what we need to focus on. So here are the pavers that we have here in my car. Hopefully they're all safe and sound, I hope. And then we got some level and sand, and then some spikes, and I can't remember what that sand is called, but so I got the stuff for that. And then oops, these are the plants that I picked up to put in some of the flower pots. My coworker came over and she gave me this plant. I need to put it in a pot. She also gave me a pot to go with it, so I'm going to put this in this pot. And then these are the roses that I ended up picking up. They were, like I said, I want to say, I'm just going to round it up and say that they were $7 a piece. They were 50% off. And then I'm just going to put this one in this pot, and then that one in the other pot. I was thinking about going back to Marshall's because I did go there last week. I think it was last week, or it might have been 2 weeks ago. I went in there to go, I had to go do a return. And so they did have another one of the larger pots still there. So I'll have to check our budget. I may go back and get another large pot to put the other one in, and then maybe I'll just flank them on the patio area once we get that fixed, next to the bench. I think is what I may do, because I believe these are full sun. I think is what they said, because I was trying to only purchase plants that were, so my goal was to only purchase plants that I could put in full sun, because my backyard is basically all sun. And then a couple of weeks ago, I didn't record anything, but I came out and I took up the ferns because they were dead from the winter. Pretty much all of our plants had died. And so I did plant some, I don't see them. Oh, there we go. I planted some elephant ears in the first flower bed. So I was out here yesterday looking around, and I noticed that they were coming up. There's one there. Now, elephant ears, I can, for some reason, they will grow in our yard, but I cannot get anything else to grow. And I just stuck a fake plant in there to see what it's going to look like, and I think I may just go ahead and just take some of those fake flowers out of my storage unit and place them in the flower pots, just to give it a little bit of color. And then, as I was looking, I didn't notice this, but apparently my husband came out when he was raking up the yard, and he dug up all of my ferns. The ones on this side were fine, and he dug them all up, and I didn't notice that. So now I'm going to have to, we have like this group of ladies that sell plants. They have like a plant club, so they sell elephant ear bulbs. So I'm going to have to contact them to see if they have any. I think they're like $1 a piece. I've gotten them from them before, and see if I can get enough to put here. And they have like 4 different colors, so I think that's what I'm going to probably try and do.